Hi, I'm Laura Hamill, editor of Swimmer magazine, and this year in our March-April 2015 issue, we tested full-sleeve wetsuits. We have some familiar models that we've tested in the past, which have great new updates, and we have some new ones. Let's see what our testers had to say.
I'm wearing the Zoot Z-Force wetsuit. I really like this suit as I was training for the open water, and that it fit really nice to my body. The thickness of the suit kept my warmth in my legs, and the buoyancy of my stroke kept me flat on the water. The neckline was low enough that it didn't allow water to get inside my neck, and when my stroke extended, there was no water that entered my arm. I've got a big barrel chest. This panels expand to fit my chest very nicely.
I find that it's very comfortable to get into, easy to zip up. The thickness allows for cold water swimming and comfort. I enjoyed the panels on the arms that allow for maintaining a high catch in the water. Overall, a nice suit.
This is the first time we've tested the DeSoto T1 for Swimmer magazine, and we really liked it for two reasons. It comes in two pieces, so if you have really wide shoulders and really narrow hips, you can buy the two pieces in separate sizes to get a customized fit. And the other thing that's great about having the two pieces is there's absolutely no pulling between the shoulder and the inseam, which means you've got complete freedom and range of motion. It's really great to be able to swim like that without that connection between the shoulder and the inseam.
The T1 DeSoto is a fabulous suit. You had a lot of flexibility in your shoulders, a lot more than some of the other suits we tested. I really enjoyed how thin the neoprene was compared to some of the other suits. It's almost the same thickness throughout. There are some panels that are a little thicker, but you hardly notice that, but you still maintain the same warmth as all the other suits we tested. Good buoyancy throughout the suit from your hips all the way up to your core, into your shoulders. Yeah, the T1 DeSoto is a great suit, fantastic from a buoyancy and a warmth perspective.
We're here product testing the Aqua Sphere, full sleeve. And me being an experienced swimmer for a long time, I was afraid that with the full sleeves, afraid of range of motion and restricting, but the Aqua Sphere has a nice range of motion. It doesn't change your stroke at all. It's really nice. Also, they have a cummerbund around the abdomen, and it really just helps keep the suit secure, tight. Water doesn't get in, so it's really comfortable. It's really nice. I was impressed.
I tested the Aqua Sphere 4 years ago, and I think it's still my favorite wetsuit. They've updated a couple things in the wetsuit. There's a gasket inside the sleeve that helps prevent water from going up inside the sleeve, and they've improved it. It's not nearly as tight as it used to be. It used to be very difficult to get on, and this is much more comfortable. It still has a great range of motion, good flexibility in the upper shoulders. They also changed the sizing. 4 years ago it was a unisex suit, and now they have separate men's and women's sizes.
My background is in triathlon, and I know a lot of triathletes like the Exter wetsuits. I really appreciated it. I liked the extra buoyancy in the legs, and it also had a lot of flexibility in the shoulders. We also enjoyed it in the colder waters. There was extra thickness, so I stayed warm the entire time.
I'm also a beginner swimmer, and I really like this suit because it provided a lot of buoyancy. It was the warmest suit that I tried. Also, the neck fit me very comfortably. I never had an issue with the neck. For being as warm as it is, I still had plenty of flexibility for movement.
I tested the real J&J suit from Rocket Science, and I have worn these suits before and had good luck with them. Typically, being a swimmer, I don't like a long sleeve wetsuit because it's just too much constriction in the shoulders. But I found that this was pretty loose. The neoprene was not too thick, so it allowed me to keep my normal range of motion as a swimmer. A couple of the other features that I liked were the maglock clasp on the back, no Velcro, which is nice, and also like the neckline, which is very loose. Does keep the water out, but I don't think you're going to have any chafing with this suit. To sum it up, I like the suit a lot.
I really enjoyed the Rocket Science as well. They've put a lot of thought into this with strategically placed buoyancy panels. The buoyancy in this suit is great. If you already have a good body position in the water, you won't feel like it's too buoyant. It's a warm suit. I think my favorite feature about this suit were the knee panels to make running up and down the beach a lot easier and more comfortable. All in all, I think the Rocket Science is a great suit.
The other suit that I tested was the blue 70 Helix, and I like the suit a lot. These shoulders are really loose, and I was able to stretch out to swim as I would normally. Buoyancy was good, but not too much. So really I was able to keep my normal swimming stroke. I would recommend this suit if you want to get out in a race, swim fast, get out in front of the pack. This is a good suit for you.
I like the Helix Blue 70. The shoulders are so flexible. I mean, it's great range of motion. I think it's a great suit for longer distance swims. The leg panels are more of a neutral buoyancy.
We're wearing the TYR Hurricane Cat 5 suit here. We tested this a few years ago also. They've improved the suit a little bit. It's a little bit more flexible to me, and it feels a little bit better in the arms. I've been swimming my whole life, and I've been swimming in open water a fair amount. I really enjoy this suit. The neck line is nice and low, but it doesn't let any water in. I didn't feel any water intrusion. Across the chest, it's nice and flexible, so it didn't feel too tight to me. And around the hips and legs, the suit is a little bit thicker, so you can float very well, although it didn't seem too high to me like some of the really thick suits.
I really like the TYR Hurricane Cat 5. I am more of a beginner swimmer. The panels on my lower arm help me catch the water. The wetsuit itself is a thinner wetsuit, so it has a lot of flexibility. I'm broad-shouldered and it fits me very well. It's a very warm wetsuit, but doesn't sacrifice mobility. The TYR Hurricane Cat 5 works very well for me.
That does it for our 2015 wetsuit review. When you're shopping, check the size chart and check the manufacturer's return policy in case you don't get a good fit right away. You can also go to USMSswimmer.com and see our previous reviews for fitting notes on which wetsuit brands fit which different body types better. Open water swimming is a buddy sport, and remember to have fun out there, and we'll hope to see you out in the open water.